Welcome to the deep dive. We've got this interview transcript
Okay.
from Voice Bangla.
Okay.
It's a Bangladeshi news outlet,
Right.
and it features this guy, Kabir, who lives out in California,
Hmm.
but was really instrumental in getting this student film made about
Interesting.
Abrar,
Okay.
this tragic event that happened in Bangladesh.
You know, it's amazing. This interview really gives you like a personal look into this
Yeah,
much bigger story you know about this community and
Yeah.
resilience and
Yeah.
the power of art.
totally. What really struck me was how much trouble Kabir had at the beginning just trying to get people to even watch this film.
Huh.
Like, he couldn't convince anyone at BUET, a top engineering university in Bangladesh, to showcase it.
That's so interesting, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
here's this film about Abrar, a BUET student who was killed in 2019.
Right.
And it clearly shook the entire community, but
Yeah.
it seemed like they didn't even want to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like they were afraid to, face something that was
Wow.
painful.
Yeah. Even in a place where you would think that people would feel comfortable. to do
Exactly.
this.
Like this prestigious place,
Yeah.
this esteemed institution. And yet, like Kabir says in the interview,
Yeah.
no one could have imagined such events happening. It's
Right.
like this illusion of safety
Yeah,
is just shattered.
totally. And that feeling really comes across when Kabir talks about the impact of Abrar's story.
Yeah,
He doesn't just give us the facts, he connects it to a wider context.
I know. He says, Abrar's story reflects the tragic events of 2019. From that incident, which sparked significant movements, we feel this is an important story to tell.
Yeah, it wasn't just one event,
Right.
It really fit in with the whole social and political climate in Bangladesh.
Exactly.
I mean, when he says significant movements, it makes you think that things were never the same after that.
It's like a turning point.
Yeah.
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 It makes you think about the role of Voice Bangla, too,
Oh, yeah.
the news outlet that did this interview.
Right.
They're not just reporting on a film.
Yeah.
They're helping to start this bigger conversation
Yeah.
about social change and facing hard truth.
And it's really interesting that Kabir's been in California for decades, but is still so connected to what's going on in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
He could have just stayed out of it,
I know.
but he did something.
And it's not just anything. It's so creative.
What did he do?
He starts this whole social enterprise thing
Wow.
based on, Muhammad Yunus, the guy who won the Nobel Prize for...
Right. The microfinance guy.
Yeah, exactly. And he uses it to directly support Jisan, the student filmmaker.
Oh, wow.
That's such a smart move. Yeah.
It is. It shows how much he believes in Jisan's talent.
Yeah.
He's not just throwing money at the problem. He's creating a way to support young artists and entrepreneurs in Bangladesh.
And he even says in the interview, I've never produced any films in Bangladesh.
No. That's amazing. It makes his dedication even more impressive.
Totally. And you can really see the impact.
Yeah.
Kabir's social enterprise gave Jisan the money to get better equipment
Wow.
and improve the quality of the film.
That's awesome.
So we have this tragic event
Yeah.
and a filmmaker who wants to tell the story
Right.
and Kabir doing this amazing thing to make it all happen. But did the film actually connect with people?
That's a good question.
Did it do what they hoped it would do?
Well, the interview says that it was shown to students at BUET and Jahangir University, which is where Jisan went,
Okay.
and it was really well received.
So it sounds like it did give people a chance to think about things and maybe even heal a little.
Right.
And it's interesting that it was shown at both universities.
Yeah.
It's like Kabir wanted to show it in places where these conversations really matter.
Absolutely. And then there's Kabir's decision to release the film publicly on Abrar's birthday.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about making the film available to everyone. It was about turning a day of mourning into a day of remembering and maybe even a call to action.
That's so powerful.
It is. And it shows how much thought went into this whole project.
Yeah.
It wasn't about making art for art's sake.
Right.
It was about using art to start conversations and make people think.
And to honor Abrar's memory.
Exactly. And in the interview, Kabir makes it very clear that this isn't just a one-time thing.
Oh, really?
He says that his organization wants to keep supporting young Bangladeshi entrepreneurs like Jisan,
That's great.
using their skills in technology and finance.
Wow.
So it's like he has this long-term plan to help young talent and create positive change.
That's so impressive. It's like a ripple effect.
Yeah.
He's empowering one filmmaker,
Yeah.
but maybe a whole generation of young creatives.
Yeah.
But with a story this sensitive,
Right.
I wonder how Abrar's family felt about the film.
That's a really important point. And luckily, Kabir talks about that in the interview. He says he talked to Abrar's family all along,
Oh, good.
and they saw the film and liked it.
That's good to hear.
It's really important to be sensitive and respectful, especially when you're dealing with something so tragic and personal.
Yeah, it really shows that they were trying to do the right thing throughout the whole project.
Right. They weren't just using a tragedy to entertain people. They were
Yeah.
trying to create something meaningful and impactful
Right.
and respectful of Ebrar's memory.
And you can tell that Kabir really admires Jisan's talent.
Oh, yeah.
He talks about the film like it's proof of how creative students can be. He calls it an excellent example of student filmmaking
Wow.
and says it deserves an A+ grade for how well it was made and the impact it had.
He sounds so proud.
It's like he's beaming through this interview transcript.
Mm.
He's so passionate about supporting these young artists
Yeah.
and helping Bangladesh grow through projects like this.
He ends the interview with a really powerful message.
Really?
He tells everyone to see the film because, as he says, it's a powerful story that highlights the challenges and resilience of a family and a nation.
That's a great way to put it. This deep dive into this Voice Bangla interview has been amazing.
It really has.
It's more than just a story about a film.
Right.
It's about seeing how powerful storytelling can be.
Yeah.
And how important it is to support young talent.
Absolutely.
And ultimately, about the strength of the Bangladeshi people.
That's a perfect summary. And it
Yeah.
really highlights how a story like this can reach so many people just by being shared by Voice Bangla
It really does.
and start all these important conversations.
You know, one thing that Kabir keeps saying in this interview is that this is a student film.
Yeah.
It's like he's
I noticed that too.
really wants us to remember that.
It's like he's trying to be realistic about what to expect.
Right.
But he's also showing how amazing it is that Jisan, this third-year drama student from Jahangirnagar University,
Yeah.
was able to do this.
Yeah.
You know?
He even specifically says that he wants students to watch it,
Yeah.
especially from Jahangirnagar and all Bangladeshis.
There's a real sense of pride there. Like
but-
he's saying, look what we can do.
Yeah. It's like he's showing off a little bit,
Yeah.
right? And the interview says that besides just 2 artists, everyone else who worked on the film was a volunteer.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
It really shows how much everyone cared about this project.
Yeah.
It wasn't about getting paid or famous.
Right.
It was about Abra
Yeah.
telling his story,
Yeah.
honoring him.
And the way Kabir talks about the film itself,
Uh-huh.
he's very careful to point out that it's not a documentary,
Okay.
but it is grounded in truth, as he says.
I see.
It's an important difference.
Yeah. It means they can be creative with the storytelling,
Right.
but still stay true to what really happened.
Which makes sense for a student film, you know.
Yeah.
They're still learning,
Right.
trying new things.
Trying to find their own style.
Exactly. And yet, Kabir is so impressed by how well it's made.
He compares it to an A+ student project.
That's awesome.
It shows how talented Jisan is.
Yeah.
And how powerful this film is,
It really does.
even with its limitations.
Yeah.
And Kabir is really clear about his goal in this interview.
What is it?
He wants to use projects like this to help young talent in Bangladesh and help the country grow.
That's really inspiring.
Yeah, he sees the potential in these young people,
Yeah.
and he wants to help them succeed.
And I think that's why he started this social enterprise.
Yeah,
Based on Dr. Eunice's microfinance model.
exactly.
Okay.
Such a smart way to combine making a difference with his love for supporting young artists.
Yeah.
It's not just about giving money away.
Right.
It's about creating a system where people can help themselves.
And it sounds like he and his team really did their homework.
Yeah.
They studied Dr. Eunice's formula.
It makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, the guy won a Nobel Prize.
Exactly.
He knows what he's doing.
They were building on something that has a proven track record of success.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Jisan got the money he needed to make the film better.
And to make a bigger impact.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
a great example of how people, even if they don't live in Bangladesh anymore,
Yeah.
can still make a real difference.
And what's so cool is that Kabir, even though he's been in California for over 30 years,
Yeah,
still feels so connected to his home country.
right.
It's really inspiring.
Living far away didn't make him forget about Bangladesh.
No.
Actually, it might have given him a different perspective
Right.
and access to resources that he wouldn't have had otherwise.
That's a great point.
It's like he's bridging 2 worlds,
Yeah,
bringing his experiences from California and
Yeah.
using them to help Bangladesh.
exactly. It's not just about one film.
Yeah,
It's about creating a ripple effect.
that's a great way to put it.
He's giving young people opportunities,
Yeah.
supporting the arts,
Uh-huh.
and helping to build a better future for Bangladesh.
And it all started with wanting to tell a story that needed to be heard.
It really is amazing.
But what does this mean for you? the listener.
Yeah, what part of this story really speaks to you?
What lessons can you take away from Kabir's experience
Right.
and use in your own life?
These are good questions to think about as we go deeper into this deep dive.
Kabir's journey, the way he tells it in this Voice Bangla interview,
Yeah.
reminds us that we all have a part to play
Right.
in making the world a better place.
Whether it's supporting young artists or starting a social enterprise
Yeah.
or just listening to stories that need to be told,
Exactly.
we can all make a difference.
That's a powerful message,
It is.
especially in today's world.
It's about understanding that we're all connected
Yeah.
and that our actions have consequences.
And it's about believing in the power of stories
Yes.
and how they can bring people together,
And it's about having hope.
even when things are tough.
Kabir's story really shows us how strong the human spirit can be
Yeah.
and how much people believe in a better future. It reminds us that we're all part of something bigger than ourselves.
And that we can make the world a better place if we work together.
So as we keep exploring this amazing story, let's think about some of these questions.
Yeah, okay.
How can we help people who are often ignored or silenced?
It's a really important question.
How can we support the next generation of artists and people who want to change the world?
And how can we use our own skills and resources to make a positive impact?
These are all things we should keep in mind as we continue our journey.
And remember,
Yeah.
we all have the power to make a difference.
Okay, like Kabir is showing us how to take something we're passionate about
Right.
and turn it into something that really makes a difference.
It's inspiring.
He's reminding us that even if we're far away from our home country,
Yeah.
we can still find ways to connect with our roots and make a positive impact.
That's a powerful message.
He's also making us think about the role of art in society.
That's true.
This film wasn't just for entertainment. It was a way for people to deal with a shared trauma,
Yeah.
to start talking about it, and to do something about it.
Art can be really powerful.
Yeah,
It can give a voice to people who don't have one,
exactly.
challenge the way things are,
Right?
and give people hope when they need it most.
And the fact that Kabir released the film on Abrar's birthday
Yeah.
adds another layer of meaning to the whole story.
It's really beautiful.
It's like he's turning a day of sadness into a day of remembrance
Yeah.
and a call to action.
It's a perfect way to honor Abrar
Yeah.
and to make sure his story keeps inspiring people.
It's also interesting how Kabir talks about the film as a celebration of student creativity.
Right. Like he's saying, look what these young people can do.
Imagine what they could achieve if we support them and give them the tools to make a difference.
It's a powerful message about the importance of helping the next generation.
Yeah.
The artists, the entrepreneurs, the people who are going to change the world.
And it reminds us that we all have a responsibility to support young people who are trying to make a difference.
Kabir's story is a great example of what can happen when we combine passion with purpose
Yeah.
and belief in the power of human connection.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
let's take a minute to think about what we've learned.
We've seen how stories can heal and inspire and drive social change.
We've seen how individuals can make a difference, even from far away.
By supporting young talent and investing in projects that matter.
And we've been reminded that no matter where we are in the world,
Yeah.
we can all help build a better future.
What's really fascinating is that this whole journey started with a simple idea.
Right.
Tell a story that needed to be heard.
And from that one idea,
A whole movement grew,
empowering people
fostering creativity.
and strengthening a community.
It's really amazing.
One thing that really stood out to me was Kabir's comment about how this film wouldn't have been possible without the support of so many people,
Yeah.
both in Bangladesh and around the world.
It shows how important it is to work together.
And it makes you wonder
Yeah.
what other stories are out there waiting to be told.
What can we do to support the artists, the storytellers, the people who are changing our world?
Maybe this deep dive has given you an idea.
Yeah, maybe there's a story you want to tell.
Or a cause you're passionate about.
Or a young person you want to mentor.
Whatever it is.
Remember,
Yeah.
you have the power to make a difference.
And who knows?
Maybe your story will be the next one we deep dive into.
Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey.
And remember,
Yeah.
there's always more to discover.